When you hear that expression, people actually normally aren't even talking about books, they're usually talking about people. So I felt I should acknowledge that, and acknowledge the fact that it's more often used as a metaphor rather than literally, about whether we should judge people by their appearance. And we all do it, I must admit. As soon as I walked in, the first person I spoke to here tonight was a very nice young man who's at the back of the room there, who took my money when I came in. And I'm sorry, I immediately judged you. And it was a terrible judgment I made on you. The moment I saw you, I judged that you looked like a younger me. I'm very sorry about that. It seems a little unfair, I know, but to be honest. In fact, I was thinking about trying to persuade you that I was you from the future. Come back to warn you not to build a time machine. And just mess with your head a little bit, but I've decided not to do that. As I said, something that I think we all do, arguably, it's one of the things that is maybe a flaw in our character, is our tendency to judge people by their appearances, including people who we might be considering as future romantic partners. This might have been a helpful thing for us to do when we lived in caves, but I suspect that now possibly it just kind of holds us back a little bit. It's not quite as bad as oh, he's got really nice eyes. I bet nobody with eyes as nice as that could possibly be unfaithful. That's a very nice round bottom that she's got. I think a woman with a round bottom like that would be a brilliant mother to my as yet only imagined children. It's not quite as mad as that, but it almost is, I think. I suspect that we are almost as damaged in terms of the decisions we make. So, that would be part of my argument as why we shouldn't judge a book by a cover. I have personal experience to share to back up this opinion. A couple of years ago I joined Match.com in search of that partner. And those of you who've ever had anything to do with that website will know that one of the first things that you have to do is go through and fill in a questionnaire and give information about yourself, and so that other people who are searching can either, from the things they put in, you'll either be included in the things that they're looking for, and your profile will go to them, or it will be excluded. So I work my way through these and answering all their interests and what you're looking for and all that kind of thing. And I got to a question. Height. Had to put my height in. And this presented me with a little bit. This will surprise you because you won't be able to tell because I'm standing up here. But I'm actually not very tall. I'm not a very tall chap. My mum's only 4'8", so I'm actually quite pleased with what I achieved. Really, I think I did quite well considering. There was a point in my life when I was considering what career I might pursue. When I looked and I saw an article, and I realised that if I grew another 2 inches, I could become a policewoman. Because that was the minimum height requirement, and I think they've changed that now. But the minimum height requirement for a female police officer, a couple of inches still to go. So anyway, I looked at this question and I thought, well, I was very aware that if I answer that question honestly, then effectively, I would be just cancelling out probably a half to 3/4 of all of the possible other women who might be searching, because they would put in a minimum height. I don't know if you're aware, this is how brutal it is out there. This is how it works. They put in a minimum height requirement, and they wouldn't have got me. And so I had to kind of weigh this up. Would it be worth doing? I didn't think if I went on a first date that it would actually come to her saying,